In the future, body count, demoniac. Let's try to keep 2 rogues per team. 2 rogues per team, I think is fair. Just because sometimes we have extra long games because 2 rogues. Out of here. I know. We'll just let him, man. We'll let him. Because body count we have him out today, or P-Blood. We got ourselves Team Blue with body count on there, with P-Blood as well. Pedro, we got a cat from Mr. Duel, my friend. Thank you. We got ourselves Lisa, and we got ourselves Demoniac on the Outlaw, dude. The king with the crown and the weapons. This is some of the coolest challenge mode weapon or hidden skill weapons. Pedro, can you be out of cat form unless you're dueling? Thank you, fam. Appreciate you. Looks like one is going to be going up first as a Dark Iron Dwarf. Over on the Team Alliance, this is going to be dropping down Fell Lord onto body count. It's going to hit him with a stun. Body count not sitting on a stun long at all. It's going to go for blood of the aim onto 1 hit of the bike right now. Visceral back-to-back stun onto body count. Big damage onto 1. Does go for Mortal Coil onto Twisted Appendage, which is a little bit awkward. I'm pretty sure that's not what he meant to do. And for some reason, he just slapped Demoniac and he spent his attack at him. I guess it keeps him in combat. That was so much damage. Body count does get himself a full reset. I think one might have to pull the pet back because it is. Okay, he did pull him back. I don't think he realized. Are the imps coming at you? Okay, Demonic, you just might have to self-heal. Pedro, be out of cat form, please. Somebody tell him. Be out of cat form, Mr. Dylan fam. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. I guess the pets were keeping him in combat, if anything. Sap onto that other pet. And body count is going to try to get a reopener onto 1. He did survive the big blood of the enemy burst. That's going to be Destrogath cleaved, actually, appropriately between all the pets. It was soaked by all the pets. That's going to be Fear into Drain Live by 1. Trying to go for yet another Fear. Actually, handed go down, swapping it out instead. Bad account is looking like he's going to go for a bit of a reset on Team Red. We also have ourselves Kylie Jenner, Brandon, OP Creature, and, well, my bad. Is it oops, my bad, but an alt? Is that what it is? Cheap shot coming in onto 1 yet again as body count trying to get the big of his race to roll. The pets are trying to do some damage to him. They're doing very, very little unless 1 has a big setup. It's going to go for an interesting gateway. Stun into body count from a distance just to catch a bit of a reset. There's been so much pressure by this rogue so far. The pet is going to be back there trying to beat him up. That is going to be Fell Lord trying to see if he can cleave a body count. It is not really going to get him though. Very unfortunate. Body count, build up a couple comp points. Going for a sprint onto 1 to see if the Mortal Coil to get the rogue at bay now. Cheap shot onto the Warlock. Big blood of the enemy, and that's going to be a big eviscerate right after. That blood of the enemy burst, but body count is just so nutty. Getting shot coming in by Kylie Jenner. Does he go for a big setup here? He's going to get some base dots and a Crucible onto body count. Going to play more for a sustained base play style. I think 1 did not expect all that sub-rogue burst, man. I think that's what happened. It's just he did not expect that massive damage in the open. And what else can you do after, right? This game is garbage. Oh, body count DC'd. Oh no. Well, I will agree with you, 1. This game is pretty garbage. Your body count is just seeing the actual trinkets. And he's just, how did it teleport over here? 100% verse, yet it is nothing. Wait, you actually 100% verse? Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, it looks like body count is still lagging really badly. That's very unfortunate. Yeah. Well, I guess body count is installed, so Jennifer is not going to be able to find him. Since he's lagging, you can't really tell where exactly he's at. I'm sorry, 1. Yeah, that was a really nuts burst, dude. It was just insane. Like, there's actually, I think there's almost no way to play around it, dude. There's actually, might be actually no way to play around it. Ruffle. Yeah, body count is not lagging, dude. Body count hit 1 so fucking hard. Now he's just paying for it, dude. Apparently, whenever you use blood of the enemy, it also sacrifices a portion of your internet connection just so you do more damage. Just to make it absurd. At least went out and have a student debt when I do this, so I had to leave. Oh, it's shimmy. Big Duster gathers by Kylie Jenner onto a body count as he goes in for a blood of the enemy kidney shot. Cheap shot onto Kylie Jenner. Cannot evade the cheap shot. Big of a story. Body count takes another one, dude. Another one with the blood of the enemy. He just does him dirty. As long as I don't have a defensive, he's just going to blood of the enemy down. Gonna get a sap onto Brendan and just going to keep him at bay for a moment. Sapping him over and over. Cheap shot. Is he going to be able to get a trinket or a barkskin out of him? Because essentially that's what body count needs before he goes for a big burst. He's going to hit Brendan with a bike. That is barkskin right here. If only he can get a trinket out of him. And then get big blood of the enemy. I don't know if blood of the enemy will line up with barkskin well. Because that is a 1.5 minute cooldown. So essentially just have to get it. So he's coming off cooldown as barkskin isn't. But otherwise than that, body count could actually have himself a good go. Maybe get some kidney shot and go for a bit of a setup onto Brendan. You know, thinking at least maybe one Shadow Dance for some damage. Might be able to force a defense out of him. But we'll see. Тогда в чем смысл обучения в Америке? Oh, I think he's asking somebody else. He's asking somebody else. Thought it was something for me. Gonna be body count with Shadow Blades rolling up. Brandon getting hit with a cheap shot. Still big damage. Wait, no trinket. He didn't even get hit with the blood of the enemy. What was that burst? I looked away for a second, tried to read something in Russian chat. And then body count is only melting Brandon. Well, now he's for sure gonna have a bark skin. I wonder if he can blood the enemy through the bark skin though. I wonder if that's a possibility though. It's gonna be a shadow step, yet another stab. Brandon, he has thorns, and I don't think he incarned yet. So if he can get a big incarnate to body count, he might be able to really melt him because his damage is pretty up there. Does go into bear form, not gonna be getting biggest bursts out of body count. That's gonna be a bark skin on top of it. It's gonna be a lot of stuns, and Twisted Appendage is gonna do a lot of damage. But Brandon at least survived that one. Needs to go for a little bit of a health, and that's gonna be Frenzy Regen. I think I'm actually getting lots of heals from Frenzy Regen. Look at that. If only he can get a thrash with a bleed onto body count. He's getting auto attacks to the wall though. But he trying to see if he might be able to get a lineup. No more trinket available for Brandon. Big blood of the enemy. Cheap shot to follow. Big death to get. Does he get the eviscerator after? Cheap shot to follow. That's gonna be it. Body count with a big blood of the enemy. Down he goes. OP creature is gonna be up next. Try to see if he can make that feral work against body. What is body looking like? We got us so click shadows down, trinket available, vanish available, and also eviscerate available. Probably still has a blind. So if you can wait until blood of the enemy and get some cooldowns out of OP, he'll be in a good spot, honestly. He'll actually be in a decent spot. Gonna be eyes getting picked up by OP right now. Body's still landing a sap. So this is where OP just needs to get some massive bleeds onto body count. It's gonna be a bike in the middle. Oh, OP going in for the trinket. Maybe a little bit too late over trinket. Body count goes for immediate advantage before the bleeds are on him. I think he got away scot-free there, man. Does he have a big... Does he have blood of the enemy back up? He's not gonna be able to get a full kidney shot onto OP creature just yet, or a cheap shot. I think he's just trying to get the comp points for a Nightblade. Trying to keep OP creature in the open. At least not for stealthing. Does he get a catch up? It shadow steps past him. I don't know if OP got a thrash on him or something. Bash into body count. He does trinket out with evasion. Trying to make sure he's good to go. Maybe might have used it a little bit early. Does he have the blood of the enemy? He goes in for a blind onto OP creature. But does he have the setup anymore? Nightblade is up. Cheap shot. Shadow strike. Blood of the enemy. Big eviscerator with the death got to fall. Cheap shot again. Safe trick and keep an OP creature alive. Which was an appendage rolling up next. Actually, he's alive through the wall. This is going to be for long. He's just running circles around body count. Cheap shot again. Down he goes. Does he get the sap? Well, my bad. That's going to be 4 for 4 with blood of the enemy, boys. It makes it look way too easy at this point, dude. I need to try this out. I have the trinkets. And I have the Destrigath thing. I have the dagger from Carapace. I honestly should try this as sub, dude. This seems like fun. Not gonna lie, blood of the enemy sub seems fun as hell. Destrigath is disgusting. The bike is too, yeah. It just does so much damage. I think it gets beefed up with if you're like a agility class, if you get buffs like for damage, I think the trinket does more damage. So I think that's the biggest problem, is the trinket does more damage. On the sub you have like, you have shadow, you have dark shadows, you have your symbols, you have Night Stalker, you have so many different buffs, right? And find weakness too that just goes through the enemy armor. You have so many different buffs that it just buffs the damage of that ability. I think that's a problem, because sometimes it just does insane damage. And I noticed when I'm Outlaw Rogue, for example, right? It doesn't take damage when I pull into armor. That's 20% damage or 10% damage increase for me. With tricks, it's 20 together, and it just does insane. Gonna be Touch of Death onto body count as well. My bad. Try to see if we can get a bit of a setup. That Touch of Death is not gonna go through, as it is gonna be a body count in stealth. If Advantage, Shadow Meld, Invis the ability when it goes off, it does no damage. Well, my bad. Got hit with a melee, but it looks like no, he didn't. He just healed himself up to full. But I was no trinket out of what my bad right now, unless he did human racial out of it, which we cannot tell if he did or didn't. Body count does get a Nightblade in. Evasion's up and running. Blood of the enemy comes in with a big dust. You got the eviscerate. That's so much damage all in a single go. Yeah, 5 for 5. Big blood of the enemy, dude. actually unbeatable damage. You can't beat this. If you don't have a trinket, you just die. That's it. Your fate is sealed. That's a little bit messed up, not gonna lie. That's just messed up, dude. As long as you don't have a trinket, that's it. Oh, God. That's something. Zeusar have a respectable mustache. Well, thank you, Andy. I appreciate that, man. You keep getting phased? Yeah, I don't know why.